Hey guys, man, um, what do I say? Um, this is a little bit. This is really a more serious video for today. Now you see what's going on in our country: the protests, the riots, the chaos, and the overall racism in our country. Now, make no mistake, African Americans like me have been oppressed for 100, 200, probably even longer. But I just know it's more than 2 centuries. Now, I'm trying to get back. What I'm trying to talk about is the overall betrayal of some people, the president and the police. Now, let's start with the police. What I think that police should be seen as protectors of our country. The the overall guardian, or in simpler terms, a cop. What the world or what the country has portrayed police 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 officers are hardly any protectors. Now, I'm not gonna say that all cops are bad. I've seen good cops, really good men and women. Um, but what those cops did to George Floyd was despicable, sickening even. George Floyd was an average black man. You know, he was just doing everyday things. But then later, the police, one of the police officers, got his knee onto his neck, and and um and George Floyd passed out and soon passed away. And his last words was, "I can't breathe." Now, what I after I knew about it, that his last words was that, it was sickening to the stomach. It was actually sickening. Um, Luckily, the police are into custody. Maybe, but well, I don't know. That's all I've heard. Um, yeah. Now let's go to the president. The president is supposed to be the leader of this country, the one that is supposed to make this country better, make America great again. President Trump is hardly a president, in my opinion. Well, yeah, in my opinion. It's because all this racism and prejudice, he just like sits down and watches. And that makes me so mad, angry at this man. And the fact that um like black African Americans have been killed for doing simple and everyday stuff like sleeping in the backyard or driving or um shopping, checking on their phone, or everyday stuff that everyone does. But African Americans have been murdered by probably not just police, by just other people like white supremacists. And, you know, what I'm trying to say is we don't need this racism. Like, it's been going on for more than more like several centuries. And I think, well, it's definitely time for change. I think it's like we need to stop this racism. And not and we can't just continue with this racism and prejudice and inequality in this country. Not just blacks, like Asians, Jewish, Spanish, Latinos, Puerto Ricans, perhaps gay people, LGBT plus community, or other just like human beings. Man, now that I think about that. Remember, we were like 5 years old. We didn't see our color. We didn't see when we were black or white. No, when we were 5, we saw each other as human beings. And then again, why is there so much racism in this country still after more than 200 years? Not just racism, anti-Semitism. Like, it's sickening. It's sickening. I think people should be all equal. Blacks, Asians, Puerto Ricans, Spanish, whites, LGBT plus community. Every single community, good or bad. Man. Black people are just being murdered. Now I'm thinking like all lives matters quote is just pointless because we're treating people that are different unfairly. Like, what if I think about inequality and treating people poorly? I think that as a whole is an ongoing disease that has been going on for what might as well be the whole human existence. Not just 300, 200, 1,000 years. The whole human being existence. What it might as well be. Black Lives Matter. That's all I have to say. Treat people like you want to be treated. Everybody, please. You don't know if it's the last day of their life. You don't know if it's the last day to live. You don't know if they're gonna die someday. Well, all people are gonna die someday, but you don't know if people are gonna die in a week or die within 2 minutes. It can happen anytime. Just please treat people equally. Black lives matter. Your life matter. Your lives matter. Period. Period, point blank. All lives matter. Your life matters. Black people's lives matter. Your life matters. That's all I have to say, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.